Okay. Wait, is everything set up? Press go live. Should see millions of chat messages any second now. It says 7 waiting. Does not show the stream is live. Waiting. Does not. Oh, now it does. Hello to anybody in the chat already. So this is just going to be a regular mouse discussion stream. And then later tonight, Finalmouse is revealing their new mouse. Thoughts on the Zaopin Z1 Pro? I'm just not a huge fan, man. Like, it's another egg mouse. It's like solid. It's just not great. I struggle to have any strong opinion on it. I haven't been enjoying testing it, but there's still going to be a review on it next week, 100%. Oh, let's go Finalmouse. Can't wait for the Finalmouse reveal. Yeah, it should be some exciting stuff. Do you use Manscaped? I'm not going to lie. I am a user of the product. They sent it out and works wonders. What more needs to be said? Water bottler. Hello, man. How's it going? Got plenty of water bottles. They're actually not visible. I don't know why that is, but I have like 4 water bottles. Don't you worry. You reckon the Finalmouse will have good latency? I mean, if they focused on the implementation, I don't see any reason they shouldn't, especially since they improved the starlights over time. Got the EC3CW, and man, the shape is honestly the best I've ever felt. Nice. Did you use like the EC2 before? And then like the downgrade or the downsizing the shape is nice. 29 grams. What shape do you think the Finalmouse will be similar to? It's already confirmed that it's just variations of the same shape formula they already have going. So I believe they're going to have the medium, which we all know, and then a slightly larger version, and then, of course, the small version, which is going to be the lowest weight, I'm pretty sure. Yo, Frosty ZK, looking cute. What is going on, man? I saw you're already flipping the Silent G mouse for making a quick buck on it. Did you not enjoy it? But yeah, what's going on, man? How's the Dragonfly clicks holding up? I'm not going to lie, since the review, I've not been using the mouse as much, but in the time I have, they've still been, like, pretty solid. Which feels better between Death Adder V3 and Viper Ultimate V2? I would say Death Adder V3, but it's really just going to come down to what shape you prefer, because that is the only difference between the mice. Just wanted to test run it? Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, who knows what Razer is doing, honestly? And I'm not even trolling. Like, I have no inside info. It's just, like, that mouse, it's interesting. It seems like it's going to have a, like, battery implementation. Is that a Boardzy Fest pad? Yo, great comms. Great comms. I forgot to fucking, show this off. So extra, as all of you guys know, I would presume, Boardzy Fest is coming up in literally exactly 2 weeks, and X-Ray Pad made this beautiful custom Aqua Control Plus, 20 of them. And yeah, you can go on the site, order any custom pad, but really, this is the pinnacle of mousepad design. Just too lazy to send it back to silent? I feel that. What company do you think makes the best mice? I mean, in terms of like whole mouse catalog, I think it's hard to make an argument for anybody besides Razer. I'm very interested. Does anybody in the chat think like a company besides Razer has the best mice out right now? Not gonna lie, design goes hard. Yeah, the AI art. It took a while to find what I was looking for, but man. Shout out to Midjourney. Shout out to Zaopin Z1 Pro. I answered it already. I mean, it's a solid egg shape. Like, if you're looking for something a bit more premium, a bit just like better of a mouse than an Orochi, go for it. Compared to the Fantech Aria, it's kind of a toss-up, but yeah, I just don't feel too strongly about it any one way or another. Are you planning to review Infinity Mike's mouse pads? I don't know. That's a good question, honestly. It's maybe not. I would definitely be willing to include them in a roundup at some point, but I'm just kind of done with dedicated mousepad reviews. Like, they just aren't impressive enough, or different enough, or close to being better than Artisan. It just is what it is. Lamzu 4K implementation good? Yeah, in my experience. I know the click latency test came out, but I'm wondering like if there's any issues with the actual like motion implementation part of the 4K, because that's what felt pretty good to me, and I was still able to set some click timing scores with the mouse. But yeah, I'd say overall it's good. Not even gonna review a new super light color? Dude, if I could get my hands on the yellow one, I would review it. I haven't seen your face cam recently, liking the facial hair. It suits you. Yeah, I mean, the thing is I just had to get past that like 2-3 week period of looking disheveled, and then now I have the facial hair right where I want it. To an extent, I'm still trying to grow out the 1880s like baseball player, like waxed mustache, but it's hard. Like, shit takes time. Recently ordered a Lamzu Mini 4K. Is it worth? Sad face. Why are you playing the sad face? I mean, you're going to receive a wonderful mouse. I found a seller selling a G Pro wireless for 55. Is it worth it? The OG G Pro wireless for 55? I mean, if you're on a budget just looking for a solid wireless mouse, go for it. But anything beyond that, probably not, especially if it's used. Haven't been on stream for a while. I mean, I haven't been streaming as much, so the streams I do stream, if you're not catching those, that makes sense. But yeah, how's it going, Catherine? Mousepad tier list when? I don't know, man. I'm gonna like rip my hair out trying to figure out that Mousepad tier list. I should just do it. I just need to hunker down, take Adderall, talk about mousepads for like 3 hours straight. Yeah, maybe I could just... I saw the way some people do tier lists is only like the A and the S tier. So that I'm actually pretty interested in that. Like only talking about the mousepads I really like. Maybe I could do something like that, but just the overall mousepad market, there's just too many fucking pads. Like, it's overwhelmed me. It won. I can't lie. I can't catch up anymore. Have you tried ULMB? Yeah, kind of fixed on my monitor. I was having this issue where it was breaking whenever I would tab out, but one day it just stopped happening. I have no idea what it was. It was literally the day after I tweeted about the issue, it just went away. So maybe it was just like the touch of God. That's my best guess. I believe the HTS Plus 4K is a better Viper Mini. It really just depends on the shape. Some people love the G-Wolves on mice. Some people really don't. Can you show the orange Artisan mousepad? I mean, I've shown the Artisan Orange Zero so much. I'd have to pull it out. I feel like I've shown it in my videos so much. What do you need to see on it? Asus wanted to prevent another motherboard fiasco. Yeah, but I don't know how it would... Like, some people are having the issue, and then it randomly fixes without some type of update. This guy has at least 3 mice. Yeah, at least 3. The desk is kind of bad. I have, like, 12 mice on it right now. A few too many. Do you make money off of the Boardzy mouse? I did when it launched, and they sent me the 50 units to give away, which was honestly a pretty big part of it. But I don't, like, make money per sale on it. So does the Artisan website actually only do credit card and not debit? I'm trying to buy an Artisan Zero. I honestly don't know. I feel like I remember buying with a debit in the past. I feel like they just classify a debit card as a credit card. I'm not positive though. What's your main mouse that you always go back to? Definitely the Death Adder V3 Pro. Especially like recently, just everything I test, this is the like most stable, just all around best mouse for me. Does Vaxi send you mice to review? They do. They don't send me stuff like early, but they usually get around to sending me a unit. I don't know if they sent me the XE wireless. I actually think they did, but I don't know if they have any new mice coming out. Do you like French people? Depends on the French person, you know. Have you seen the Machina Ultima mousepad? I have. They a while ago they offered to send me one, but I think they like explained all of the like details about it, and I just didn't get back to responding, which was unfortunate. But I might go look for that DM and see if they're still willing to send something out. Is Last Legend noticeably better in other Starlight 12s? Realistically not. Does best Vaxi mousepad for Valo and Apex? I mean, don't they just have like one mousepad basically? They just continued the PB. So I would just say go with like a PA. It'd be pretty safe. If you have a PO box, Artisan shipping is not reliable. Interesting. What mouse do you use for a control on reviews? Just everything on my desk, really. I don't have just like one that's a control. Did you have any issues with the XM2 WE? Aside from a few of the buttons being kind of stiff now, it just felt really high quality. How long is the lifespan for a custom Aqua Control 2? Does the coating wear quickly? I mean, I feel like you should be able to get... It doesn't have like a traditional like coating. It's a heat print, but you should be able to get at least like 6 months of hard use, I'd imagine. Because I had like an ROB Strata like years ago, and that lasted a long time when I was grinding Fortnite. How's the Viper Mini Signature holding up? Pretty good. Like, it hasn't gotten any worse, but it kind of came shit in terms of quality. So, I mean, I'm still using it and enjoying it. Probably one of my favorite mice. When's the new Finalmouse coming out? Man, is that a Fortnite profile picture? It is. In the 20 times you spammed that question, you could have gone to Finalmouse's Twitter and gotten the answer. But it is at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific, man. 155 people and only 3 likes? That's shocking. That actually is shocking. You guys gotta like the stream. Why would people not like the stream? It's like the first thing I would do. I go on to the stream. Thoughts about giving OLED another shot? If they come out with some type of OLED 360 hertz monitor, maybe, but I'm just not going back to 240 or anything like that. Just like, why would I? 360 1440p. That's all I need. FN players love their Finalmouse? They do. The 13-year-old Fortnite players make up like 80% of Finalmouse's market. It's the craziest silent majority ever. But I thought it was only a preview, not a sale. That's why I said reveal. Because they're revealing it. It's not going for sale. Is Razer going to release a non-signature edition for a wireless mini? It's looking like that. I don't think it's going to be called the Viper Mini, though. How do I ban spammers? I only get to timeout. Just time them out. You shouldn't really be banning people. Why should that kind of be gone forever, you know? You ever tested Piranha mouse? Yeah, I've tried probably 10 at this point. And the thing with 3D printed mice is they just, like, the clicks never feel good. And overall, it's just not it for me. But a lot of you guys have been asking. Optimum Tech is actually sending me out his mouse, like the 29-gram fingertip one. So there's going to be a video on that. So I just figured, because people always ask about that in the stream, that would be very shocking. I'm a 13-year-old Minecraft player and I have a Starlight 12. It's not just Fortnite. God bless, man. What monitor are you using now? The PG27AQN, so 1440p, 360 hertz. What's FN players? Fortnite. Top 5 4K hertz mice? Off the top of my head, I don't really have it, but I'm making a high polling rate mouse roundup video in the coming days. Yo, House Gaming, what's going on, man? House in the house. Watch that Lamsey review. Incredible information. If you remember, what skates did you use on your Jewels HTX? Mine only came with dots and looking to replace them. They might have been Finalmouse, like Tiger Ice skates, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Have you ever committed to a Kovacs aim lab routine, and if so, was it worth it? I used to have this troll Kovacs routine back in 2020 that I played a lot, but I wouldn't say it's really worth it. Just I mean, maybe a static routine is worth it, but I wouldn't say anything beyond that. Don't torture yourself playing aim trainers 60 minutes a day, training like it's the fucking gym. What are you giving away at Boardzy Fest? Literally everything. Lethal Gaming Gear, huge shout out to them. They sent out 100 Venus Pros. Obviously, X-Ray Pad sent out 20 of the custom Boardzy Fest Aqua Control Pluses. Basically, every company you can think of sent out some shit. A few missing companies, but for the most part, it's going to be incredible. Not gonna lie, interested on how the Ultralight X feels in hand? Yeah, it should just be... I mean, I'm expecting the small version to just feel like a lighter Starlight. I don't know how the, carbon... fiberglass, whatever shit it is, material is going to feel, though. Lamsey build quality feel okay in comparison to a GPX? Yeah, I would say it feels very okay. It's not going to feel superior. It's not going to be exactly as good, but I would say pretty solid. I can't make it? That's unfortunate. If you're in New York City and you can't make it, it's probably going to be the biggest regret of your life, just off the top of my head. I think aim trainers are good if you're adjusting to a new sense. Very well. Are you going to get another Stormbreaker to compare quality control? Probably not from them, realistically. Holy shit, I can't read. Would you be receiving the new Finalmouse Ultralight X for review unit? I think so. I'm under the impression that I am. But as always with Finalmouse, it's not very clear-cut communication. One day they're just going to be like, hey, we have 2 mice going out to you. And I'll be like, okay, awesome. And then from there. Did your Lamsey V2 4K creaking get worse over time? It really wasn't as much there at the start, and I just kept squeezing the mouse to the point it kind of did develop and get a bit worse. But I would say not from standard pressure, only from squeezing the mouse like an idiot. But my mini still hasn't gotten really any. I'm gonna pull up to Boardzy Fest. Let's go. You won't regret. What got you into reviewing gaming mice? The honest answer is the Model O being shit and just watching all of the original wave of Model O reviews. There's also some child screaming outside, which is so infuriating. But yeah, the Model O, because I got it and I was like, wow, this thing is shit. I pointed out the 5 issues I had with it, and then from there I just kept reviewing mice, and such is life. Paid $60 for a Dharma Shark M3 4K. Is it worth it? If you're looking for an Air 58 style shape. I saw the M3 mini release, so I still need to get that and the Jazz AJ 199. Those are 2 Chinese mice I need to get, I think. Holy shit. Wait, there's literally no way 2 different people just asked the same question. What is this? Is this like some type of bot question? Should I go Lamzu OGV2 or XM2E? You said Lamzu is creaking a lot. That's so weird. Wait, now 3. Is this just like a new copy pasta? That's a bot thing? Damn, I don't even know what's happening. YouTube stream's getting corrupted. I'm getting the Atlantis Mini. Do you think it's good for a relaxed claw grip? I mean, only if you have like small, medium, or small hands. If you have like larger hands, I'd probably go for the standard size. No, mate, it's not. I'm really asking that. Yeah, I believe it. It's just that there were like 3 or 4 people asking the same question. But yeah, I answered that question in my Lamzu review. So if you really care about creaking, if you want the least chance of creaking and just solid build quality, don't really care about weight, probably go for the XM2A. Do you know of any good mouse modders in the US? Silent G, definitely. Aside from that, I can't really think of any. Like Nacho, but he's more of a painter than a modder, I'd say. What about Zaopin Z1? It's just another egg shape option. If you're looking for something kind of like in between the Aria and the Orochi, I would go for it. Definitely feels more solid than the Orochi in terms of quality, but kind of a toss-up with the Aria. And yeah, I just have a little more to say than it's just like another egg shape option. I haven't paired it to the 4K polling dongle, though, and maybe that will make a big difference. Oh, Halo, if you have 16 by 8 hands, you'll probably be able to make the mini work. Does Orange Zero have the lint or hair problem? Nah, not really. They've addressed it on the newer batches. When is Boardzy Fest? It is July 8th, so exactly 2 weeks, 14 days from now. So mark your calendars if you're local. I'm probably going to make a YouTube video talking about it tomorrow. So, yeah. Do you resell your mice? Not really. I feel like I kind of should. Not like all of them, obviously, but there's just, I have so many mice. Like, I'm kind of running out of space. And it's kind of dead tech, so might as well just get rid of it. Is Boardzy Fest at Owl's Head again? Yeah, it is. I mean, I just couldn't think of a really better location. They were so chill with it. In terms of administration, I don't want to risk like another park not being cool with it, so. And it seems like it was able to hold a lot of people, which is obviously ideal. Do you still use redacted grip? I mean, really depends on the scenario. Like, sometimes I find myself falling into it on the Death Adder V3, but for the most part now. Will Boardzy Fest have any online giveaways? I live in Michigan. Coming out from Michigan would have been crazy. But yeah, I'll try to do like some online giveaways partnered with companies, because the reason I just don't like doing online giveaways is like shipping out products internationally and just shipping out products myself in general. Very inconvenient, but something like Boardzy Fest where I just have all the products in one place, very convenient. So that's just like why I try to do that. And also gotta help out the city. Owl's Head is great. I live right in Bay Ridge. I will be there. Let's go, man. Looking forward to seeing you. Boardzy, did you try the Dharma Shark Mini? No, I didn't. I should be getting that, though, from Mech Keys. Death Adder V3 Pro worth buying lightly used for £95? I mean, if that's comparatively a good price to a new one on Amazon, I would say go for it, maybe. That's interesting. Addiated. Have you got your hands on the Razer mouse? No. And I don't know if or when I will. Do you have the Pulsar X2? Yes, I have the Boardzy edition right here on the desk. Is House Gaming still here? It's a good question. Is House still in the house? Is this your first Boardzy Fest? No, this is the second, actually. Last year there was Boardzy Con, but we've upgraded from a convention to a festival, which in my opinion is the right move. Are you a liberal? It's a crazy question to ask. What games do you play? I've been playing Valorant for like the past like week or two. Because like Fortnite's just unplayable. The new season, I didn't think it could get much worse, but it just gets so much worse. I feel like I say that every time I talk about Fortnite, so kind of had to move over to E8 Tac Shooter. Is Madison Beer performing at BoardzyCon? No, sadly. Glass skates, yay or nay? I would say for the most part, PTFE is just going to be safer and a better option. I actually did throw the glass skates that they provide with the Stormbreaker on, so I've been testing those, and they just make the mouse feel a lot lighter. I'm not sure about the durability on these, though. Are you giving out all kinds of peripherals or just mice and mouse pads? All kinds, but majority mice and mouse pads and accessories for mice. But yeah, there are some keyboards. Mech Key sent out keyboards. High Ground sent out keyboards. but there's not a ton of keyboards. And aside from keyboards, not much. Are you going to review a Jazz AJ199? I should, man. I don't have it for mech keys yet, so I really, with Chinese mice, it's whenever I receive it, I start to review it. Are you halal or haram? I'm halal. I love halal. Ever used Lamzu glass skates? I believe originally on my OG Atlantis, but I've never tried their sapphire skates. Should I get a ULX if it's not limited? You should just get the mouse if you want to try it. That's what I would recommend. Have you found your E-Kitten in Valorant? No. But you know, you can find a new Swift Play baddie every day. Should I just get the regular Atlantis if I only have a 144 hertz monitor? Yeah, probably. If you can find one like cheaper, especially. Where's Boardzy Fest? It is in Owl's Head Park, Brooklyn, New York. I will pin the tweet to the stream. How do you do that? Just gotta press pin message. I feel like a fucking boomer with the YouTube chat. So yeah, that is all of the information about Boardzy Fest if you so desire. Dang, I'm watching from Texas, unfortunate. So yeah, I really don't recommend people to make like a cross-country trip, by the way. I don't think it's going to be economically worth it for like a mouse pad or two. Any news on the Viper? Nah. How do you win a Saturn Pro at Boardzy Fest? Well, it's going to be a Venus Pro, and quite possibly just by spinning a wheel. So that is the main thing. Like, you're lining up, and then you spin a prize wheel, and then you go to these game stations. That is the whole premise of Boardzy Fest. So you could you can win some high-tier shit just from spinning the wheel. Or you can win nothing, and then you have to win stuff from the games. Or you win both, and you're a hero and a winner. New York would only be about 6 hours for me. I mean, if you're looking at 6 hours as only, you know, feel free to come out. Damn, I'm watching from the Middle East. I can't go to the fest. It's okay, you know. I seem to have a lot of fans in Dubai, so you know, maybe one day Boardzy Fest Dubai. How long is Boardzy Fest gonna last? Just throughout the afternoon until I run out of product, basically. Boardzy Fest better in the Super Bowl? Absolutely. When is your GameSense Sonar review coming out? It's still looking good to be featured in a roundup before the end of the month, so not like a full review. Should I get VGN Dragonfly F1 Pro or the GPX? I would not buy a new GPX at this point, honestly. F1 Pro, like, if you think it's going to be a good shape for you, it's definitely a more budget-friendly mouse. You got an LA1 for testing? Yeah, nah, final version. Will you ever go on tour? A mouse reviewing tour is maybe the funniest thing ever. But I did just get my passport yesterday, so I can finally start making international travel. I really want to go to the store with artisan pads in Japan. And I feel like if I go there, I might as well do an Asian tour. I want to tour a mouse factory, and then can go visit Pulsar in Korea. Boom, fucking Asia trip. That'll happen at some point. I'll vlog it. US ticket is like 1,000 euro for me, so kind of hard to get to Boardzy Fest. Yeah, and probably a lot of plane travel. I do not blame you, but you know, Boardzy Fest EU, coming eventually. GPX is timeless, though. It really is, but you know, imagine you buy one and then they just come out with a new mouse in a few weeks. Have you tried Wraith Glasspad? What's your thoughts? I did try it, and I had LOD issues, and the edges were kind of sharp, and I just didn't like it compared to the other Glasspad, so I just didn't bother reviewing it. But I think I will be giving a few away at Boardzy Fest, so nice. Are you excited for CS2? Yeah, not because I'm like a big CS player or anything, but it's just a new game, so it's always exciting, and it's not going to be like a gigaflop. Also, by the way, do any of you guys play BattleBit? Because that shit just seems like horrible. I don't understand the hype behind it. I feel like that's going to be one of those games that just dies soon, but I made a hate tweet on it, and I got a lot of shit for it. Best mouse release so far this year? Oof, that is a good question. I'd honestly have to like look through my YouTube review history, because there honestly have not been. I mean, there have been a good few. The XM2 Wii, HTX, X2 Boardzy edition, of course. If you were good at Battlefield, that's the only way people play it. So it really is just like for milsim like Battlefield players. I don't know. Play BattleBit with viewers? I don't know. Not on this stream, but I definitely gotta do some gaming streams. There's going to be a gaming night on Revelsect. It got canceled. That's unfortunate. When is the X2H going to come out? I don't know. I have no idea about Pulsar's release schedule. Obviously, I mean, they said that's the next mouse, so you can figure that's going to come soon, like sometime this summer, but I don't know anything beyond that. Please get into Dota? Why? Isn't that just like China League? Or not China, but just like Eastern World League? I've like never met an American that plays Dota. Any Vaxi products you're looking forward to? Basically anything from them, whether it be like an NPO1S wireless, like 4K hertz version of their mice. I don't really like whatever they want to put out. Are you in the mouse review Discord? No, I've been banned from that for literally years now. Yo, Cardboard with the 5 beans, had to throw you some bones for being the reason I have a ridiculous artisan mousepad collection. Always happy to hear that. I mean, artisan pads, it's the creme de la creme. If you're invested in those, you just don't need any other mousepad. I'm very happy when people come to that realization. Is Padsmith sending you their glass pad for review? Maybe. Not sure. Probably. But I mean, sometimes, like, some companies have stopped sending me mousepads just because I don't review them. I don't really blame them. But then I also don't have it, so there's, like, no chance I review it. But I think I'll get it from Padsmith. Especially if they believe it's, like, unique or different enough to warrant a review. When will Ponage release their magnesium mouse? It's been released. I'm pretty sure. Like, I think people who got their pre-orders received it already. I don't know. I just got sent one as a review unit. What mousepad is that? It is a custom Aqua Control Plus Boardzy Fest edition. So the event I'm holding, X-Ray Pad, was so kind as to send out custom mouse pads. I'll put a link to the tweet that kind of shows it better, because obviously with the mice on the desk and the camera angle, it's not looking its best, but it's a beautiful pad. Aqua Control Plus obviously going to perform very well. Have been buying custom printed X-Ray Pad Zeros? So good. That's interesting if they do the Zero as well. Yeah, I was wondering the pad that I should get on. I was like, Aqua Control Plus, pretty easy. Holy shit, Boardzy Seal of Approval mouse head? Yeah, dude, the seal of approval is massive. I actually love it because, I mean, 500 by 500 custom pad, it's just legitimately a piece of art. You can get this at Boardzy Fest and, like, hang it up. I'm also, for the 20 they sent out, I'm personally inscribing a quote on each one, just to make it that much more personal. Can you make a video with pad recommendations directly for games for CSGO, Apex, etc.? I should. I should just milk out all of that best mouse for X game, best mouse pad for X game content. I just don't do it because it, like, in my eyes, it's like, what I say is the best mouse pad is going to be the best mouse pad for any game, but I should just bite the bullet, fucking make the content. Why do you keep the glass pad on your desk? Do you use it at all? I mean, occasionally I'll take whatever cloth pad out on my desk off and use it, but it's really just because I have nowhere to store it, man. It's a huge hunk of glass, and I don't want it to just, like, collect dust in the corner of my room. But yeah, I don't know. It's really just here because I have nowhere else to put it. What's your favorite mouse pad so far? Probably Artisan Zero. I'm an Artisan Zero boy. I used to be a Heian lover. I still am, but there's something about the Zero is crazy. Do you think you need to upgrade mousing on Death Hour V3? Yeah, definitely. If you use them a lot, they're going to get thin, and then the plastic is going to start to scrape. So I'd recommend upgrading to Tiger Ice, Core Pads, whatever you prefer. Am I blocked or what? Can you see my messages, or are you avoiding them? I'm just missing a lot of messages as the chat's moving pretty fast. And I spend a lot of time on questions sometimes because I have, like, tunnel vision. GPX but smaller, same shape, and 4K. GPX but smaller, same shape, and 4K hertz pulling. I guess that makes sense, like scaled down. Yeah, that would obviously be a great mouse. Lamzu Energon or Ninjutsu NPC, totally different pads if you're looking for speed or control. Ever raged and broken a mouse or a keyboard? Mouse, yes. Keyboard, no. Monitor, no. But yeah, I've, like, thrown a mouse or two. Thoughts on G-Wolf's Skull Mini? Very outdated. They should make a wireless version of that, honestly. I should tell G-Wolves to get on that. Why don't they get into the wireless ergo space? Good. It's a great question, honestly. Razer analog worth it? I don't think so, man. It's like 1.5 millimeters actuation still, so even though it is, like, has rapid trigger now, like, I just don't get it. Remember the old days when you hate custom keys? I kind of still do. Like, I'm only using this one because it's a Wooting, and I don't, like, not in love with it. I feel like the custom keyboard market, like, for the most part, kind of died off, especially with, like, keycaps and shit. Fuck, let me find a good question. Best aim advice. Just grind Kovacs, for real. Wooting 60 is God. Great comment, I agree. Why haven't they released an FK2 1-to-1 clone with a 3395? Has Zowie released, like, an FK, like, series wireless yet? Did Zero ever get updated to catch less hair? Yeah, the newer batches are going to be good with that. Keycap prices ruined the hobby, IMO. Yeah, and people were cool with it. That was the, like, crazy thing. People were like, we gotta understand. It's like, I don't think anybody has to understand. What happened to SteelSeries mice? FPS pros used to main them. They really only ever had good, like, heavy palm grip mice, and when the meta kind of evolved beyond that, and they didn't, like, keep up with the market, shit kind of became irrelevant. Like, they still have the prime wireless, whatever their recent series is, but nobody's going to use that over actually established top-tier mice. What's the worst Glorious mouse you reviewed? It has to be the OG Model O. You go back and watch that video, it's like, wow, that is a terrible mouse. When is 128k hertz polling rate coming out? 8k is slow? I don't know. Like, I wonder if 16 is possible at some point. Fatboy Nate, hope you're having a great day. I appreciate that, man. I am. Looking to be a terrific day. Going to be live twice on YouTube. How much better does it get than that? Recommendations on the best aftermarket mouse feet. Tiger Ice, Core Pads, BTL skates, all are really good. Thoughts on a Jazz AJ199? I don't really have thoughts on the Chinese mice until I try them out, and I still haven't gotten that one. Best wired ergo right now. Death Adder V3 8K. Easy. Only good thing I can think of for recent SteelSeries is the coating. I've not felt another one with the same coating. I mean, there are plenty of mice with good coatings. It might not be the exact same. Yeah, I don't even remember them being especially great. Any recommendations for 19x10 claw grip? I mean, really, any mouse that I shill is going to be what I recommend because it's pretty similar hand size to me. I'd say, like, Death Adder V3 Pro is good. God. So you don't need to ask that question 20 times about the Atlantis. Yes, I do think it's a good value for the money, as I stated in my review a few days ago. If you want to check it out, feel free. Stormbreaker versus Death Adder V3 shape-wise. Definitely Stormbreaker is smaller, as you can see. Also, the buttons are a lot, like, flatter with the way they slope down, and there's not as much, like, curvature. But yeah, basically think of this as, like, somewhere between EC2 and an EC3 in size, where Death Adder V3 is just bigger. HX is a good wireless replacement for an FK2 user in terms of shape. Depending on how you grip the mouse, especially if you, like, fingertip it, I think it could. I can get XM2 from bad retailers in here from Romania, and Lamsey from main website what to get. What does a bad retailer mean? Is it, like, too expensive? I'd say just, like, get whatever's cheaper and more convenient. If that's Lamsey, go for it. Will you try IEMs? Probably not. Like, if I did, it would just be making one video just, like, hating on them. It's not for me. But, I mean, do you ever talk in your Discord? Not as much as I used to. It's kind of a hellhole, but I definitely should talk more. 2 questions. Should I buy Kovacs in the summer sale and stick to AIM Labs? Yes. You should buy Kovacs. I don't know how much it is. I always felt like the $10 was a pretty fair price. It's just like, it's a better aim trainer than AIM Lab. I almost said Valorant. It's just like, AIM Lab wants to be a game where you aim train. Kovacs is just like a raw aim trainer. Some real shit. Have you seen Gilmore Designs mouse? It's 26 grams. There's something I have seen. I don't think I'm going to be reviewing it, though. Creator Discords are always creature realms. Low-key true. How's the Lamps of Atlantis 4K? Very solid. Aside from the creaking. In which case, it is not that solid. Yeah, but AimLab has Steam achievements. True. Have you ever live streamed games? Yeah, in the past I did. More frequently, but nowadays I just really don't. Razer Death Adder V3 wired, a good first mouse for claw and palm grip for smaller hands. I mean, if you have, like, really small hands, probably it's not the best option. It'll, like, fill up your hand a lot, but yeah, I would still say go for it. It's a really good first mouse. Do you know if you buy a mouse from Limbs, is there a chance it has to go through customs and you have to pay the fee? I don't really know. In the US, no, but other countries I can't speak to.
Early $20 difference. Retailer's bad, and Lamsey would get from the main website. Okay, go for Lamsey then. I don't know what to say. I don't know about Romanian retailers. How do you deal with sweat while gaming? I mean, I usually just don't sweat to the point it's an issue with whatever mouse I'm using. Did you upgrade the firmware on your Stormbreaker? It made a big difference for me on the last update. What was the like update number? Because I did update when I got it, but I don't know if it like a new one came out since then. Do you ever play Overwatch? And if so, what characters do you like to play? I played Overwatch 2 for like maybe a week when it came out, but it was just very boring. But I only played Junkrat. It's my playa. Have you tried the Only Up game yet? No, but I've seen people playing it. I just don't know like if it's really worth it. How many questions have come up about the new ULX? Surprisingly, like, not many. I feel like people are just like strapped in, ready for the reveal later. Speaking of that, what time is it? It's 2 p.m., so the reveal is in 5 hours. I'll probably be live on here for like another hour, give or take. Any recommendations for an Odin Infinity replacement? I mean, Lethal Gaming Gear Mercury, an actual Hien, really anything. There's so many Hien clones. You can flick better with one mouse and track better with another. Which one would you choose? Really depends on the game you're playing, no? Like, if you're playing a tracking heavy game or a flicking heavy game, I would say for the most part, if you can track well with a mouse, you probably have more control over it. So, maybe that. Glass skates or glass pads, what's a better investment? I would say glass pad. But I don't think either is really necessary. Do you think sensor placement's an issue, like too low or too high, or is it preference? I mean, it's definitely preference, but I don't love low sensor placement, definitely. So, yeah, I don't think it's objective, but you can definitely prefer one over the other. How do you feel about the GameSense Radar collab with Aimlabs? I mean, it's just like an anime pad fucking overload, which I've never been a huge fan of the anime pad wave. Boardzy 70s adult film star arc. That is, you know, that's an improvement. I'm trying to get back to the 1880s, but if I'm already at the 70s, it's like, it's a little bit more of a way to go. I got like mustache wax. Boardzy Fest is going to be a crazy time. Yeah, I actually don't think I have that, those updates then, Gen 3D. Gotta do that after the stream. Rocket Jump Ninja no longer has me blocked. He's just not on good terms with me, so it is what it is, really. Logitech still must be making mass amount of money to not even look towards making a newer version. I mean, there's definitely a new version in development, but they're probably just making enough to the point they could just, like, keep pushing it back because the mouse is selling, pros are still using it. They don't really need to make a new one. Best mouse for 17 by 10? I mean, really depends on your grip style, like fingertip, claw grip. Boardzy, will you go on tour? I think that's like the second time that's been asked. I don't know what that would even mean. Maybe not. Maybe I'll do an Asian tour, though. That's like the one thing that's probably going to happen. I was getting strange sensor issues, and after I updated, it made the mouse feel so much better. Word. I'll have to check it out then. Because I probably had like a similar issue. If it felt like a kind of LOD, like mouse sensor hitching across the screen issue. What's your main pad for TAC FPS right now? When I'm grinding out the Valorant Swift plays, I'm using the Artisan Zero for the most part. How long does the G Pro X last? Like battery life or just the mouse itself? I'd say battery life. It's one of the best. Like weeks on a single charge. Asus Aimlabs X Asus mouse got good reviews, but it failed. What's your take on it? I mean, I kind of said in my review that it just doesn't feel like a $150 mouse, which is ultimately what it comes down to. Like plastic just felt cheap. The buttons didn't feel amazing, and like yeah, it was a very solid performing mouse, an interesting-ish shape, but just didn't have it all together. When is the next Boardzy Fest? It's in 2 weeks exactly, so July 8th. If you're local to NYC, pop out. You prefer Val to CS? Yeah, definitely. There's no Swift Play baddies on CS. Swift Play is crazy. It might as well be Tinder, literally. How do brands know your address when shipping mice for review? I feel like if you think this one out just a little bit, you would get it. But I tell them my address to answer that question. Best mouse for claw grip and large hands? I would say Death Adder V3 Pro. Just of the mice I've tested with that hand size. Just joined. What's your main mouse pad right now? Artisan Zero. Xsoft, actually. This dude wasted so much money on mice that he is poor. Me? I'm poor because of mice. That's interesting. Did you ever have a scroll wheel bug with the Superlight? No. I just haven't had any scroll wheel issues with any mouse. Like, some minor ones, but I just never get, like, the dust in my wheel that causes, like, registry issues. I had some issues on one update with the Starlight. I think it was, like, with the Poseidon. But, yeah, I don't know, like, this fucking mass scroll wheel issue, like, QC plague, but... any plans to stream gameplay? Not this stream, but like every time like I play a game, I'm like, damn, I should be streaming this. It's just really like people don't want to watch just random Fortnite gameplay, and people say they want to watch aim trainers, but then I'm like 30 minutes into an aim training stream, and I'm like, wow, life does not get much more dreadful than this. Yo, upgrade lemonade with the 2 big ones. This is so you can buy a $1 slice plus inflation. Yo, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, $1 slices are kind of a thing of the past. Do you watch any esports? Not like consistently. I'm a big like standard sports fan. Esports have not won me over. I used to watch like FNCS from Fortnite, but that's obviously been shot to the ground. I'll watch like a few minutes here and there of the Val shit that's going on right now, but it doesn't really move me. But I don't know if that's like a normal thing with like people who are invested in real sports, not in standard sports, not being able to invest into like esports. But I notice a lot of esports fans are like not standard sports fans. Do you play Apex at all? Literally not at all. That is a game where I don't know. Like I kind of get what people like with the movement, but it's just Apex has always been piss boring to me. Do you have the M3 4K yet? No, I actually don't. I should get it though. You're pretty good, man. I think you should stream Fortnite. It's just boring. Like Fortnite ranked sucks, and streaming pubs or creative is only really interesting for so long. But I can't believe they dropped the ball so hard on ranked. What's in real sports? Yeah, well, Freudian slip. Brunson supremacy. That pick of Brunson yesterday was crazy. They need to make esports gambling. They have it already. Some of my friends were betting on it. Huddled. Speaking of the esport gambler, Mice Hype. You know it, man. Yo, Tunes, how's it going? Did you see Viper V3 HyperSpeed? Is that what it's being called? It's actually called the Viper? Because I definitely saw an upcoming mouse. I don't know about that, though. How's the battery life on Lamzu at 1K hertz? I mean, same as most 3395 mice. You'll probably get like week to 2 weeks, depending on how much you use the mouse. YouTube sucks. W Kick. Why would I stream on Kick? Like, if like someone moving from Twitch to Kick, maybe that makes sense. But like YouTube, I make videos here. All of my subs are here. Like, why would I go to Kick where so many less of my subs are? It just doesn't really add up. I didn't put any money on it, but Slidebug did? Damn. Have you reviewed the company Lunar Artifact? No, what is that? Are you guaranteed anything from the fest? Yes. At the very minimum, it's like mouse accessories or a mouse pad, but there's like plenty of people are going to get beyond that. But there's also, inevitably, I'm going to run out of product at some point. And like if you're in line when I run out of product, I can't do anything about that. You know, I can't spawn more product out of thin air. But the overwhelming majority of people are going to leave with shit. We need a Boardzy mixer deal. True. If any streaming site wants to pay me over $100,000, I'll open my communications. Have you seen the Lamzu Thorn? No, I actually have no idea what's going on with like the Lamzu Thorn and Maya. Are you going to sell the Boardzy pad? The Boardzy Fest one? X-Ray Pad might like put it up on their website, and obviously it's just a custom pad, so theoretically anybody could throw the design on it. But if it's a different Boardzy pad, I'm not sure. But yeah, I wouldn't like make any money off of that. I'm just happy that they sent some out to give away. How long is the battery on Lamzu Atlantis 4K? It'll probably last you like 2 to 3 days, depending on how much you're using it before it blinks red. Did you run out of product at BoardzyCon? I did, unfortunately. And I had a lot, but there were a lot of people. So that was life. But getting more stuff this year. Still a few companies haven't come back, though. Where do people bet on gaming? I don't know. I'm not a pro esport gambler. I just heard people on my call talking about it last night. Honestly, Finalmouse isn't really do anything crazy anymore.
Man, they're about to release like a 30-gram fiberglass mouse, and you're like, they're not even doing shit anymore. I don't know. We'll see, I guess, at 7 or at 4 PST. Is Bryce coming this year? I'll have to ask him. If he's not, that's some real hater shit. He done like, he glue up on us, I guess. Did you put time on the Equate Plus B2? Yeah, I actually put a lot of time on it. I just didn't find it better than any other hybrid pads. It was just like X-Ray Pad making a very minor change to a mouse pad, but throwing in better quality. I like the Aqua Control Plus, probably the most. Aqua Control 2 as well. If I show up to Boardzy Fest early, do I have a good chance of getting a mouse? I mean, I would say likely the earlier you show up, the better chance you have of getting good stuff. But yeah, I'm still not entirely sure how the prize split up is going to be. Does the Stormbringer have a debounce time in the software? It does not, but I believe it's on the lowest debounce time by default. Is the Finalmouse thing just a reveal, or is it a drop as well? It's just a reveal, but I think they're going to reveal when the drop is as well. Do you have a black Death Adder? So the wired black Death Adder has the new coating that's like rubberized, but the wireless black coating is the chocolate one. So hopefully that answers your question. Have you tried the most recent batch of Jules mice from May with improved zippy switches? I don't think so, actually. But if they send out any mice for Boardzy Fest, I should be able to test one from that, maybe. Is the Cobra thing legit? It seems that way, but I'm not sure on like the entire details, how many mice are releasing, like what the battery situation is. Wired Death Air has the same coating as the Faker? Yeah, it does. I have both and can confirm. Should I get EC2CW over X-Lite V2? X-Lite V2, I'd say so, but X-Lite V3 could be better. Don't really know about that one. Playing piano tiles making me go crazy? Yeah, guys, everybody on Kovacs, play the scenario piano tiles. We gotta blow this up. This has to be the new tile frenzy. It's just like, it's like the piano tiles mobile game, if any of you guys played that back in the day, but with your mouse. It is, it's some shocking shit. What's your AimLabs grid shot score? Like, just low 130s, I believe. I never really grinded it, because like even restarting scenarios on AimLab, it just doesn't hit like it does on Kovacs. What time will Boardzy Fest start? Ideally noon, but the thing is, last year, everybody, specifically Asian people, showed up super fucking early. So I figure that's just going to happen again. But yeah, the goal is like noon and then keep it going throughout the afternoon. My Razer Strider ran out of speed in a month. What's the most durable non-mud pad? I doubt it ran out of speed. I bet you just got it incredibly dirty. Unless you're like, I don't even know what you could be swiping on. Like, it's just not going to wear out that quick if you're just swiping PTFE skates on it. Asians got discipline. Yeah, it's one thing I learned. AimLabs and Kovacs is not a real game. I don't think anybody's making the argument that they are real FPS games. Which mouse is that? The white one on the thumbnail? This one is the Zaopin Z1 Pro, which is basically just another egg-shaped mouse, similar to like the Razer Orochi, Fantech Aria. It is 4K Hz compatible. Pretty light, nothing crazy in terms of like quality or anything, but yeah, it's pretty solid. Boardzy Fest EU when? Well, it's closer than ever because now I finally have a passport, so I can legally go to EU, so that's a pretty good sign. But yeah, I don't even know like what the first country I would visit in EU. Do you know what clicks Lamzu 4K is using for the side buttons? No, but I believe they're the same as before, so whatever the standard switches are. No problem, Delbs. Visit Sin? That would be cool. But wait, that's in the UK, so that's not even EU. Maybe when he's in Turkey, though. Yeah, I could visit Turkey and Greece. That seems awesome. Boardzy Fest Korean edition soon? I want to do an Asian tour, so Korea would be included in that. Korea, China to see a mouse factory, and then Japan to see the Artisan Mousepad store. Does anybody know how much that costs? 3 different Asian countries in like a few weeks. Have you been able to get the Z1 Pro 4K dongle? I thought people told me it paired with the other 4K dongle. Is that not true? Because I just haven't paired it. I figured it was going to be able to. Go to Hungary first. Yeah, Romania and Hungary. Come to Japan. North Korea. Yeah, both Koreas. Boardzy Philippines, please. Dude, some guy was like, there are a lot of AVGs in the Philippines waiting for me, and I was like, shit. At least 40 million. Got it. Slamsuit Atlantis, a good mouse to main. If you enjoy the shape for claw grip, totally. China #1, dude, it's actually a dream of mine to go into like a mouse factory and just like see what's up. I just need to find a factory that's willing to let me in. Japan is very expensive. Yeah, I don't want to like do the typical like Japan tourist shit. I just want to go to a store, basically. But even that might be like thousands of dollars. It might. I've not tried that. I'll try it out. Yeah, get back to me on that, because if it does, that is pretty convenient. X-ray pad. Yeah, shout out to X-ray pad. Yeah, maybe they'll let me in to the Mousepad scene. I didn't even think about that. I'll probably have to like put a gas mask on because of all the rubber. That'll be sick. Has Finalmouse showed you this, or is it your first time seeing it? It's actually my first time seeing it when they reveal it, so that's pretty cool. Someone looking to get a better FPS mouse with a limited budget, how highly do you rank the VGA Dragonfly F1 Pro? I mean, if you can get that and it's going to be like pretty significantly the cheapest 4K mouse for you and you're on a budget, I would say go for it. But also Death Adder V3 wired, highly underrated when it just comes to insane mice. When is the reveal? It's at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 PST. So it's not going to be this stream. I'm just going to go live again. I just wanted to go live today because I had nothing to do, and what better to do than read chat messages about mice for over an hour. So, damn, it's ELO shapes. Yep, the official ELO shapes in the building. HTX 4K really that bad for claw grip? I really just don't like it. It's just such a low profile mouse. I'd recommend the HTS Plus over it. But depending on the type of claw grip you play, if you don't want a lot of like backup presence, you could enjoy it. But yeah, definitely not my first recommendation. Where do you go to for monitor-related reviews? Honestly, the only source I actually trust about monitors is myself, but I watch a lot of Bad Seed and like Optimum to get a gauge of the monitor market. But like when it comes to actually like how I feel about a monitor, I just have to try it out. Okay, guys spamming North Korea #1. Maybe don't do that, okay? You talked to Razer, right? I've never spoken to him. And ask about the regular Viper Mini wireless. Probably not, but you know, if they ever have news on that, I'm sure they'll get back to me. Just join the Monitor Hunters Discord. Why? What's in there? Just like monitor knowledge? Is the new Finalmouse going to be the Victor Wembanyama of mice? I don't know about that. I was at the draft though the other day. It was crazy. He's actually built like an alien. So I don't think the Finalmouse is going to be quite like that. Is Artisan Zero soft coated and affected by humidity? No. Yo, Boardzy, is 4K dongle worth it for Val? Got the Viper V2? Absolutely. I would say Val and Overwatch are two games where it's no-brainer. You're going to be able to notice much nicer feeling mouse input, so why not go for it? Will you review new Infinity Pads, Vagabond, and Infinite? If they send them out, maybe. You said it's not a very strong answer. Have you met Final Boy? Yeah, I actually did at FinalCon back in December. It was pretty legendary, not gonna lie. We also went out to there was like a dinner afterwards. It was crazy. Bad Tech was there. Any tips for fingertip grip with larger hands or a mouse to recommend? Large hand fingertip, you're basically going to be able to make anything work. I've honestly, of the like new gen mice that released, X2 Mini is actually my favorite for fingertip. Obviously, Finalmouse, like Starlight Small, whatever new shape they come out with, that's going to be pretty good. Viper Mini Signature. Yeah, you should check out Singapore. They speak English. Razer has their HQ there, too. I spent a month there and loved it. That's actually a good idea. That's pretty interesting. Could add Singapore to the Asian tour. Is 4K hertz worth if you have a 144 hertz monitor? Probably not. I would say so. 8,000 hertz for Valorant worth it with a high-end PC. I mean, if you want the wired 8K Death Adder or like want a wired 8K mouse, yeah. But the difference between like 4K and 8K, don't settle on it for the polling rate alone, basically. Wait, why does your keyboard look so thick? It's just the Blade 60 case, so I mean, I guess that's how it looks. I don't know. Come to China? I seriously want to. I just need I just can't just randomly pull up to China. I need some type of arrangements. I just got my passport yesterday, so I wasn't really considering international travel too much until that happened. How's the faker scroll wheel compared to a normal, Dave? I don't know. I've had issues on any, but I don't know if they've actually made any updates that would potentially address that. Any news on mini Razer flagship Pro mice? Nah, nothing official, and I don't know when it will drop if it does. In the Finalmouse teaser, I said something about 8K wireless. Really? That would be a big reveal. Do you think they'll cap it at 4K? I don't know. I feel like having 8K is kind of a slight edge over people that are putting out 4K, so if they can do that, I would imagine they will. But I have, once again, no idea. Should I buy Stormbreaker? I like super light mice. Do you like ergo mice? Because then maybe it's like the lightest ergo. I also throw on the glass gates and it makes it feel a lot lighter. Aim Gods 2 reveal? That would be crazy. The fact that Aim Gods even happened is just like crazy Finalmouse lore. How many of you guys remember that? I bet there's a lot of people who don't even know what Aim Gods means. Razer said they were working on a new mouse and Twitch. Yeah, I mean, I bet they have plenty of mouse projects. But yeah, coming soon. That is pretty sick. I mean, they released 500 hertz when everything was 1000 hertz. Yeah, but it's totally different now. Swear the drops for that game were rigged. I remember just like gambling with that game, just like for like spinning keys for hours straight, bro. That was actually peak. Key spinning in VC was so fun. Yeah, the key spinning was crazy. X-Lite V3 1, bro? I don't know. I'm not Pulsar. Should hopefully be this summer, though. GPX V2 waiting room? Yup. I feel like everybody is in there. How many mice do you own? It's got to be over 150 at this point. But I give away so many from my collection and shit. Like, I don't have a hard number. Have you tried the Superglide V2s yet? Yeah, on a few mice, but I don't know why I haven't made a video on them, honestly. I think Singapore and Malaysia have cheaper flights to China, Korea, Japan, so that will be good if you want to visit Asian countries. Yo, thank you. See, that is key info that's actually based. I could hit Singapore first, and then go China, Korea, Japan. Sheesh. Would you like a Ponage Sim, like Viper Ring style Stormbreaker? Of course. Did you try the finals or X Defiant betas this week? No, I wanted to try X Defiant, but my friends just wanted to find more Swift Play baddies, so such is life. Setup reviews? I need to do a setup Sunday. The thing with YouTube setup Sundays is there are just too many submissions. It like overwhelms me. So I need to find like some smart way to do it. But yeah, I could definitely do one either tomorrow or next Sunday. Aqua Control 2 or Artisan Zero Soft? I'd say Zero Soft. If you're on a budget, go for the Aqua Control 2. Should I cop Zero Soft or wait for Saturn Pro? I mean, I saw, if you can get a Zero Soft right now, probably go for it. Because I saw Saturn Pro got delayed a few more weeks. But when that drops and it's in stock in the US, that's obviously a pretty sick situation. So Swift Play is the move? Yeah, my friends are kind of hooked on Swift Play. Artisan Zero Deskpad Edition X Boardzy? It's a good question. I saw prints might be coming back, like the little logos in the corner. If they had like a zebra print, that would be, I would die a happy man. That's all I need to say. Stormbreaker versus Dave, which is better? For me, it's the Dave, really, no question. I doubt many people will prefer the Stormbreaker, but maybe. Have you ever hurled a mouse at a wall? Yeah, not like out of rage, but I mean, one time I was mad at a mouse and I was like, I'm just gonna throw it at the wall and see what happens, and it like bounced right back at me. But that was not like, I was not like out of control, just like throwing my mouse at the wall. Zebraprint would get the instant Boardzy seal of approval, for real. I think Logitech and Razer will stay the kings, or companies catching up to them. I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard for anybody to overcome them, especially with how Razer locks up sensors for like 18 months at a time. There's not, like, it's hard to innovate past Razer. But I would say, like, in terms of value and just solid wireless mice, there's definitely companies that can give them a run for the money. Didn't you smash a Death Air V2 Mini? Yeah, but that was like a calculated destruction on stream. Come to Antarctica. We need a Boardzy Fest here? Don't. I wonder, like, how many people actually live in Antarctica? It's like, there has to be a few. Rochi V2 is small, but looking for fingertip. Honestly, there's this mouse, the Zaopin Z1 Pro, kind of similar to like a Fantech Aura, where it's going to be a bigger Razer Rochi, like slightly bigger. Have you ever tried climbing / bouldering? No, I mean, like, just on a wall a few times, like, super casually, but I've never actually, it's not a hobby of mine or anything. Seems interesting, though. I know some people get, like, hooked into it. They're like, my purpose is to climb. I'm like, God bless. Yo, thoughts and prayers with the $10. I'm bringing the Viper V3 HyperSpeed to Boardzy Fest. Feel free, man. Appreciate the 10 big ones. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be showing off the Optimum Tech mouse at Boardzy Fest as well. That's one thing is, like, if you wanna show it off there, feel free. So I guess there's gonna be a Viper V3 Optimum Tech mouse. Who knows what else is gonna be there? Throw a Vuga mouse at a wall, it'll destroy any brick wall. True. Thoughts on Wiseowl OGM Pro now that the Death Hour V3 Pro is out? I mean, the Death Hour V3 Pro had always been out when the OGM Pro existed. I don't think OGM Pro is a better mouse, really in any way. But it's just a different ergo shape. Like, it's another ergo option, really. Will there be long lines? At Boardzy Fest? Yeah, I expect a line. If it's anything like last year. And I would, like, just logically imagine that there's going to be more people than last year, because maybe last year there was, like, a sort of risk, like, do I even pull up to this place? But I feel like people who came last year are going to come again, and then, like, new people as well. But yeah, definitely expect a line. How many times can you win something? It's going to be limited, so you're going to spin the wheel, then you're going to get a stamp on your hand, and then you're going to go to the game stations. And I think it's going to be either 1 or 2 prizes from games as well. And then there's going to be the Fortnite Llama Pinata, where it's really a free-for-all for whatever comes out of that. But yeah, we're going to utilize hand stamping to limit repeat prizes, because last year people just kind of robbed me dry. Opinion on the drag of beans as skates. That is, why did I even read that? I don't know. It'd be interesting though. Bean mouse skates, like maybe cut a bean in half and like fit it. That would be a crazy like mouse review post. God damn, I'm an ultimate loser. I'm watching a dude talk about gaming. Nice. Well, it should console you that there are plenty of other people doing the same. Can they just wash the stamp? I mean, not really. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've stamped myself with it a lot, and it, like, stays on, like, even past a shower. But they're also gonna be at a park, so it's like, where are you gonna be getting this water? Like, if there's a mass amount of people flocking to the, like, water fountain, I'm gonna notice that. So, $200 mouse skates? What the fuck is Sapphire Skates doing now? Oh, the Flex Skates? They have these in, Oh, did I just have, like, the one set again? I remember I almost bought them before. 3.5 karat gold is crazy. I should try it out. Sapphire Skates still around? I had not heard from them in a while. What would you say is the best wired mouse with high polling rate? Death Hour V3, 8K hertz, definitely, especially considering the price. Thinking on hollowing out a living zebra and putting G-Flip 305 internals in it. Probably haram. Will there be a Viper V3? I don't know, man. I'm not your priest. I'm not a prophet. I'm not a messiah. I'm not an omen. How would I know? Need to hire Brolic Buffman to protect you from theft. Yeah, there are going to be a few. I have a few women as security, which I feel like is the ultimate, like, test. It's like, are you really going to harm the female security agent? Optimum Tech showing up in spirit, not in his physical form. Because I don't blame him for not coming out from Australia. But his mouse is going to be there, which is pretty sick. Hey, Boardzy, if I bring my mouse, can you sign it? Yeah, absolutely. Last year, did a few like random signings. Definitely keen to do that again. You should totally speak a Pulsar X3 Boardzy edition into existence, though. I agree. Maybe I will. X3, though. What even is that? Is that a confirmed mouse? I thought there was like the X2H. Difference between HTS and HTX besides shape difference? I don't think there is. Final mouse reveal in 4 hours? Yeah, 4.5 hours. No shot Razer makes a mouse with batteries in 2023? I mean, that would be pretty shocking, no? Can someone win a Viper special edition? I don't think there are going to be any there unless Razer surprises me, but yeah. What are your thoughts on the Final mouse? Don't have too many thoughts because it's launching so soon. Obviously, I have high hopes, though. And yeah, I just think if they can make a... Like, in theory, if it's a 30-gram version of the Starlight shape, like, good quality, everything solid about it, that's a sick mouse. But Who knows when that's actually going to be available, what the caveats are going to be. Will you be able to win any Finalmouse? Finalmouse said they might be sending stuff out, but I should have just like 1 or 2 from my personal collection out there. It's not gonna have a million Finalmouse though. Have you heard of Tallow Games Glassgate? Nah, not at all. All right, let me know. Should I stay awake the rest of the day, fix my sleep schedule, or go to bed now? Probably stay up. Gotta fix the sleep schedule by staying up one way or another. And you gotta stay in the stream, so win-win. Viper Signature Edition worth it if you have a Starlight 12? I would definitely wait until the Ultralight X releases, because that's it makes a lot of sense to upgrade from the Starlight 12 to that. But yeah, the Viper Signature Edition also makes a lot of sense. I mean, that thing's fucking pricey. How will we be able to win things again? So there's a prize wheel, and then there are game stations. Like, some games are like cornhole, like fucking mini roulette, just blanking on others, but just like basic styles of games, axe throwing. Medieval clothes, though, what that will net you is if you show up in medieval clothes, you're going to be able to spin a 50-sided dice, and if you guess the number that it lands on, you win a high-tier prize. And there's also going to be like an extra thing on the wheel that allows you to spin the 50-sided dice. That was like, I don't know, I just really loved that idea when I came up with it, but sounds fun. Can you vlog the whole event? Yeah, I'm going to try to. Last year, a big regret was that I didn't really have any content, so it was just, there was this one guy, Entz, who came and took photos and made an album, which was actually really useful, but aside from that, it was just like pictures people took who attended. But yeah, this year, I'm going to try to vlog it. Will there be a Russian roulette minigame? No confirmation on that yet, but once again, nothing is ruled out. Why does the custom mouse pad, the mouse on the left, have an extra foot? Because it's AI art, and it fucking generated it, and I didn't touch it up. I just sent it to X-Ray Pad and went with it. I think it's a beautiful touch, honestly. What's the key to looking as good as you? You know, it's the gaming mouse addiction. Always love your vibe, Mr. Boardzy. Keeping the people's good. Appreciate the support, man. They're definitely cheaper in Japan. Really? That's interesting. My dad's going to be in NY on the 27th. Let's go have him pull up to Boardzy Fest. That would be crazy. I mean, your dad, like, wait in a line with, like, teenage gamers. Why is the mice market so dry? It's honestly, like, in the past, like, week or two, it's been heating up a little bit. But I don't know. I just presume a lot of companies have summer releases or, like, fall releases coming up. But yeah, there is a really bad dry spell. Not gonna lie. Have you tried Peripherals Mods Viper Mini with V3 Pro internals? I actually have not. What's your main mouse? Death Arrow V3 Faker. But yeah, I should definitely try new Peripherals mouse. Which Ambi mouse is best for you for palm grip? Ambi mouse for palm grip. I mean, the lambs are the lambs. Like, if you consider this a palm grip, I guess I kind of palm grip it. It's more of a palm than any type of fingertip. What clothes do you currently have on your wooting? What clothes do I have on my wooting? I have GMK dot keycaps and a Blade 60 case. Opinion about dissolving a Boardzy edition pulsar and inhaling its fumes? I mean, your mouse, your decision, right? Will there be Razer products? There will be. Have you reviewed Zaopin and Dragonfly F1? Dragonfly, yes. Zaopin, no, but soon. Should I buy an Optimus Prime figure or get a Pulsar X2 or Atlantis Mini? I'd say X2 or Atlantis Mini, probably. Lemzu Energon alternatives? It's kind of similar to a Raiden, but not similar to Too Many Men. Yo, thoughts and prayers with another 10 big ones. I'm bringing a Viper Mate Signature Edition to Boardzy Fest for you to sign and give away. I mean, feel free. That would be sick if you are actually down to do that. Boardzy Dunk Tank? I don't know about that. Optimus Prime figure for sure. That's crazy. I don't know if anyone's ever asked you this, but who's your favorite esport player that you look up to? I don't know if I would say I really look up to any esport players. I'll try to think of, like, who's my guy in esports? It's a tough question. Probably Zoms. He's my goat. Talk about the Lamzu 4K. Swear to God. Jesus, man, what a threatening chat message. What do you want me to say about it? Like, I already reviewed it. Jeez. Faker is the goat of esports. That's true. Faker is my goat. Yeah, the Demon King. Is that what he is? Speak. It's crazy. Honestly, rephrase, once you get used to a difference in the encoders, there's like nothing. It's just it addresses that one QC issue. Hi there from South Africa. Just got my first paycheck. What mouse would you recommend? It really depends. I don't know what the prices are like in South Africa. I know in some countries it's really bad though. So I would just like watch my tier list, see something in the high tier it's available at a good price, go for it. How many mice do you have? I'd say at least 150 probably. Black edition of the Lambs of Atlanta still have the best coding. Yeah, I mean they slightly altered it from the coding before. What are your thoughts on the extra Bruce Lee edition? You can't really buy it anymore. It's pretty expensive. The optical switch implementation was kind of fine, but yeah, not too much to say about it. Best mouse for Fortnite? I'd say the Dave, but it really depends on your preference. What do you think about X10 control if price isn't an issue? I mean, I always just found it to not be much better, if better at all, than an Artisan Zero, so I just never understood like why it commanded a premium or was special, aside from the fact that it was kind of expensive. I know I was like the first person to review it, but yeah, maybe I regret hyping that pad. What are your thoughts on the new HTS Pro that's going to come out? Don't have too many thoughts. Just looking forward to receiving it. GPX is like 200 in my country. Yeah, man, that's like pretty fucked. Zero or Hien, which one to get first? I would recommend getting both, honestly, because Artisan, they ship 2 pads for the price of 1, and they'll tell you everything you know about yourself, or tell you everything you need to know about yourself when it comes to mouse pads. Like, they'll just settle your journey right there. I think it's like they're under $50 each shipped. Think of picking up a Finalmouse 10s. Why would you do that with the new Finalmouse dropping or being revealed literally tonight? Like, I just don't get why you would buy the old gen version. Death Hour V3 Pro or wait for X-Lite V3? I mean, if you don't mind paying the price for a Death Hour V3, probably go for that. Any thoughts on Spiffy Cheese? He seems like he's kind of losing it, but shout out to him. I miss when he was like, fuck, what was it? I don't know, it was like some 2D aim shit that he was like, his desk shook from how he flicked his mouse. That was my favorite Spiffy Cheese arc. An updated Xtrify batch would be dope. Yeah, Xtrify just doing anything would be dope. Zero is meh? That's not a smart comment. Not a smart comment right there. Razer mice 2.4 dongle randomly stops working. I've heard about that from a few people. Have you tried the Quarb? I have no idea. No, I haven't tried those. Happy to hear that. Ripster HC. Is 1K polling rate the same for wireless and wired? I don't even get what the question it's asking. Yes, your mouse is going to be sending 1,000 pulls a second, whether it's sent wirelessly or wireless. Boardzy Fest ball pit? I wish. Like, setting up a ball pit would be sick. I think closest thing you're getting to ball pit is going to be cornhole. Will there be jewels when I said Boardzy Fest? Yeah, I sent them a message and they replied with a heart emoji, but I haven't heard anything beyond that, so I'll probably send a little follow-up since it's 2 weeks out. Why is Death Hour V3 your main? I've made so many videos like shilling in, basically explaining that it's just the like perfect mouse for me, so I'd recommend watching one of those. I made one literally 2 weeks ago, my main gaming mouse summer 2023, so I would check that out. Sorry to send this again. Have you heard about the M3S? Yeah, I have. They should be sending one out to me. Or, well, Mech Keys, who's a retailer for them, should be sending one out to me sometime soon. I'll make a video about a really crappy mouse and try it. Maybe I can make some like low-tier Amazon mouse roundup. I don't really know. What's the name of your keyboard? It's a Wooting 60HE and a Blade 60 case. Is Spark still blocked? Yeah. I mean, I could unblock them, I guess, but I don't really feel inclined to. Like, I hadn't really ever seen a tweet from them before. I just saw the Artisan hate, and I was like, okay, this has gone too far. Yo, Mono Moto Loco with 1,000 ARS. I have no idea what currency that is, but appreciate it. Hi, Boardzy. I have Claw Grip. Razer Orochi V2 is a good price in my country. Is it viable? But Viper V2 Pro is double the price. Tried Death Hour V3 Pro, but prefer the Viper Mini Grip. Yeah, it's gonna be like an egg shape, so it's gonna be kind of shaped like this. If you fingertip, especially, if you set your grip, I feel like, especially if you can find it for a good price, it's a solid mouse. But yeah, Viper V2 Pro is closer to a Viper Mini. They might have a new shape coming out close to a Viper Mini pretty soon. That's $3. Let's go, man. But 1,000 ARS. Shout out to Argentina. Spark hit Nova on VT just like a week or two ago. Wow, good for him. That is insane to hear. Is Nova the highest rank, or is that just like Grandmaster? I don't fucking speak Voltaic anymore. Hydrogen T mouse is now available for pre-order. I saw that they were calling it the 2, and I was like, what are the differences? Am I tweaking, or is it just like the second drop, basically? What do you think of high ground keyboards? I mean, if you're buying it for the collab, not the performance, so that's that. Why don't you stream on Twitch? Because all of my, it just doesn't make much sense to. All of the people who watch me are subbed to my YouTube, and it's just like a bit more direct rather than funneling people to a different service that's just not even as good at this point. What's the best $50 wireless mouse right now? I mean, Dharma Shark M3 Pro is kind of close to that price. $50, it's like, you're kind of limiting your options a lot. If you go up like 10 or 20 more dollars, then you have a pretty, like, a lot of solid options. Just about the Orange Zero, I'm pretty ecstatic right now. Let's go. Give it up to you. Future artisan mousepad user. Do you ever stream you playing games? Like, recently I really haven't. I just need to, like, bite the bullet and, like, press live while I am playing a game one day. But, yeah. Is the Faker Death Hour worth 30 euros more than the regular one? Probably not. I mean, I paid 20 USD more, and I definitely enjoy it more, but, I mean, it just seems kind of dumb. Boardzy 50 mil kick deal incoming? Yeah, you just wait and see. When's the Roblox Arsenal stream? See, like, I wouldn't mind streaming block shooters, even though I don't really play those anymore. It's just, it needs to be, like, something chill where I can read chat. Because that's the only problem. Like, when I stream, let's say I played something like Val, where I have to, like, look at my screen for 40 seconds straight, and I miss chat messages, that just bothers me so much. Have you tried Rapid Trigger Update for Huntsman Analog? No, I gave that keyboard to one of my friends, so I just don't really care too much about it. It's still on 1.5 millimeters actuation minimum, so it's not anywhere close to, like, Wooting Apex Pro. I mean, I guess with Rapid Trigger, maybe it's better than Apex Pro, but, yep. BattleBits Remaster, I just don't like that game. I've kind of come to a conclusion that unless you're, like, a Milsim or, like, Battlefield enjoyer, it's just not going to be fun, but yeah, I've given it a few tries now. Play Crunker again? Dude, that game is full dead. I don't think there's anything saving that. Yo, he holds with the 2 big ones. Just bought the Orange Zero. Good for you, man. I am hella proud. You are going to love it. Is the final mouse Ninja Air 58 still good? No, man. It is not. You do not need to ask that 20 times. Boardzy, is Blade and drinking trash? That's crazy to ask. Absolutely not. Give me mod? You got it, Slidebug. I almost fucking made you the pinned. Wait, what the hell? Okay, I think I made you mod. What time is the final mouse reveal? It's 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, so just around 4 hours out. Are you going to review the new Saturn Pro? Yeah, when I get it. I don't know when that is going to be exactly, though. 6 stash, by the way, appreciate it. I've been working on it for a while, but, you know, these things just don't grow insanely fast. I'm trying to look like... Hold on, I'll show you guys who I'm trying to look like. Fuck, this isn't a good picture of him. I don't know, basically any, like, 1880s baseball player. That's what I'm going for. Any pad better in the Raiden mid? I have the Raiden right now looking for better cloth speed pad. You can try the Lamzu Energon. I don't know if you'll think it's a much of an improvement, though. Like, the smooth cloth speed pad market is just something that seems kind of unsolvable. I gave up on trying to spin my mouse like you. I mean, it really depends on the pad, but it's not hard. Like, there's not a lot of technique. You just need to flick it basically off your thumb. Should I buy a George Bush rookie card? President cards are interesting. I was looking at this, like, 1924 Abraham Lincoln card, but I don't know if George Bush has a lot of collector's value.
Latency Energon's great. Had it 3 months. Nice, man. Are those dice for Finalmouse's QC? No, it's actually dice for Boardzy Fest. If you show up in medieval or attire, or there's one other way, you can get a spin where if you guess the right side, like guess the number it lands on, you win a prize. So, pretty crazy. If you make a video explaining mice switches and what are best, that's actually not a bad idea. Just like an overview on like different kinds of switches, like how they feel. Actually makes a lot of sense. I've been getting a few good ideas this stream. I have the same mouse in combos and trying to swing my mouse. It just doesn't hit the same. I mean, I am well practiced. I'm sure there are like some subtleties that are just natural at this point. But yeah, definitely a fun hobby. You start spinning your mouse, kids. Any bad bitches at Boardzy Fest? Yeah, like you'll be surprised. And there's also, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Dragonfly F1, Dharma Shark F3. Definitely prefer the Dragonfly F1. It just feels built better. My unit at least. Will Drain Gang perform at Boardzy Fest? You know, they were gonna, but you need a permit from the NYPD to have like enhanced noise, and I couldn't secure that, so I had to tell them like, I know you guys wanted to perform, but unfortunately gonna have to cancel it. So they were all upset, but such is life. It's my fake ninjutsu sword. I hope I'm not gonna regret it after seeing the reveal. You're probably gonna be clenching your teeth for a while, but I think it'll be fine. Death Air V3 white or black, and my country black is $10 more. I don't think there's any reason it should be. I would go for the white one. Enhanced noise? Yeah, I forget. Like, I think that actually is the phrase they use. Will Cardi drop on Boardzy Fest? I don't know. Might give him a reason to. What's your opinion on Tiger Ice dots? I've seen a lot of people using dot skates recently. I think, who is it? Did X-Ray Pad come out with some? They're interesting. They're like universal, you know, but I've never found them to be the best. When can we expect Mousepad tier list? I don't know. I honestly have not started on it. I would say mid-July at the earliest. Like, it's not going to be before Boardzy Fest. So yeah, I'd say like next month you can expect it. Thoughts on the Pulsar X2 update coming soon? What do you mean the update? Like the new mice or just the X2 Premium Black Edition? Because just the recolors, there's really not too much. But the new mice seem cool. Do you know what switches the Ultralight X is using? No, I'm sure they will cover that in the reveal. Should I switch out the corner skates on my Atlantis Mini? I don't know, man. Do whatever feels best with the mouse skate situation. With software, yeah, I'm sure, Reese. Any thoughts on the new G-Wolves mouse that's supposedly 26 grams made of plastic? I have no idea. I haven't seen it, and with G-Wolves, I just generally wait until I have it to judge it, which is just a good way to go about things. Can you explain what makes a mouse 4K ready? Because Ninjutsu Soren and Lemzu 4K have the same sensor. Basically the MCU they use. So if a mouse has a Compex MCU with a 3395, there's going to be no 4K Hertz compatibility. To put it most simply. I feel like Finalmouse is making history with the Ultralight X. I mean, every drop Finalmouse does. Let's see, does it, like, with every mouse Finalmouse comes out with, it was always, like, a pretty big, like, shift in terms of weight in the market, like, dropping weight. So, I mean, I guess this is kind of doing the same. There's no 30-gram full-size wireless mice. How long will Boardzy Fest last? Ideally, like, 11, I want to start at noon, but realistically, it's going to start around 11. 11 through 3 at the latest. Like, definitely no later than 3. Just because of how, like, fast I imagine shit's gonna go. Mice are like Pokemon. Gotta catch them all. Real. Their claim of mass production is such a cap. Now, what you guys just don't get is, like, Finalmouse, their issue is not with... I mean, it is a production issue, but it's just the demand. Like, they could stock 250,000 mice, which would be a fucking stupid amount of mice, and it would likely still sell out day one. And it's like, what do you want them to do at that point? They're just not the size of, like, Razer or Logitech, where they can produce, like, millions of mice. But, I mean, 250K, I doubt they're going to have even anything close to that. Like, it's likely going to sell out the first few times.
expand, the thing is, like, they're using these exotic materials where you don't want the first batch that could, like, fuck up, basically, to, like, have issues. So as they improve and make it better, they produce more mice. That's what I am under the presumption of, at least. They said 20K for first drop of mediums? Yeah, so, like, it makes sense. Do you think X-Lite V3 will overcome DeathHire V3 Pro? That would be very hard for it, too. I think it should probably just go the route of being, like, a better budget wireless ergo than trying to be, like, the best. I respect Finalmouse, but get tired of the marking. It's just weird. Have you even looked at the recent marking? They've only been releasing, like, videos from their engineers actually explaining shit. Yeah, they released 4 parts that were just that. They have not done any, like, hyping. They have not used the word lion once, which I'm disappointed about. Small and large not confirmed? I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that's not just going to be a medium. See an EC2 CW right there? Do you? Because I don't see one. Oh, you see the box, I guess. I recommend checking out new Huano transparent white switches. What mouse are they on? Or is it just like the switch itself? Going for sale today? No. Well, Ultralight X costs $280. I think they're trying to keep it under $200. I'm not positive, though, on the price. They definitely confirmed 3 sizes in one of their videos. Yeah, I have no idea what that guy is talking about. Yeah, I saw the box. Got it. Are those Adderall pills? Nah, they're caffeine pills, so in function. Not really. Would you recommend Lamsey Mini over Sora for aggressive claw? If yes, why? I mean, it just comes down to the shape. Like, Atlantis is going to feel a bit lower. It's not going to flare out as much, but that's just my preference. Definitely not buying a mouse over 150 anymore. That is your decision. Do caffeine pills work? They're pills full of caffeine, so if you're just looking for caffeine in pill form, yes. Why is DeathHire V3 Pro so good? I made a video 2 weeks called My Main Gaming Mouse, so I'm just going to link that and go watch that for a detailed, in-depth answer. Should I wait for new Pulsar mice or buy ones out right now? I'd say wait for the new ones, especially if you have a mouse you're, like, good with, because I bet they'll release sometime this summer. I use a GPX. What do you recommend as, like, a secondary mouse? It's a good question. I don't know how much you're trying to spend, really, or what grip. Good mouse heads for CS. Getting bored using GSR. I get the GSR SE Rouge, Artisan Zero, Lethal Gaming Gear Saturn, stuff like that. Game Sense Radar even. Is that a juiced up DeathHire V3 Pro? It's the Faker edition, so it just has a better coating. It actually comes in at 2 grams lighter, which I had no idea about until I fucking weighed it. And yeah, it's just like slightly sharper. I need to get some caffeine pills. They're a really good value. Like this, I think it's like, this is a 180 count or something, 200 count, and it was like $25, so pretty good. Mokol, why are you using like a browser polling tester? Because those are just like, they don't work really. Use Mouse Tester, the program. What milligram per capsule? These are just 100 and then 200 L-theanine, but they have like a reverse one where it's 200, 100, but I don't like need that much. Are you using a Wooting? I am, man. It is a Wooting in a Blade 60 case. Is motion sync good for the Lamzo Lance 4K? Yeah, basically any mouse with motion sync, you're going to want to use it. I heard Viper Maze not in production anymore. I'm pretty sure that is true, man. Pretty crazy. Do you think Zowie will make a wireless version of ZA13C? When they do make a wireless version of the ZA13C, it's going to be their last one, because they basically just go in development order of like their popular mice, and the ZA is the least popular. Have you tried 240 Hz OLED? Yeah, I tried the LG one, and it was really shit. Since I returned it, they released a firmware update, but I still know I would not prefer it over 1440p 360 Hz. Shit. What how early should we arrive at Boardzy Fest? I mean, really, ideally, no earlier than 11. Like, closer to noon, the better. But I just know people are going to line up early again. But at least this time I know that's going to happen, so I can prepare for it. Have you tried ULMB2? Yeah, I was having this issue where it was turning off every time I tabbed out. But then one day that stopped happening, so I've been using it pretty much across the board in games, and it's nice. Is it absolutely game-changing? Not really, but yeah, the brightness hit, it's not horrible. Do you think 500 hertz is unusable? Been thinking about using it on the Ultralight X. It's just stupid. Like, why would you use 500 hertz? Yo, Boardzy, this is the first time I see you with a mustache. You look so good with it. Sheesh, appreciate it. Yeah, once it keeps growing, gets thicker, and I start waxing it, it's gonna be Jover for everybody. Does anyone know how to make ULMB stop turning off? I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what I did, but it just stopped turning off one day. So, did I change like any NVIDIA settings? I'm trying to think. What graphics card do you have? I have a 4080. Bro, do you love waxing or shaving off? When I say wax, I mean like fucking mustache wax, not like actually like waxing it off. But definitely shaving. I don't know any man who prefers waxing their facial hair off. Death Adder V3 Starlight Edition. Yeah, that's basically what the Ponage Stormbreaker is. Do you think Hottie S Plus 4K is a good mouse for claw with medium hands? Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for something kind of short, stubby, live palm, or like backup presence. Fuck, what was that question? Are you going to wait for the next Finalmouse drop? Well, I'm gonna like stop streaming kind of soon, and then I'm gonna go back live later this evening around 7 for the drop, which is a reveal. It's not like they're actually not selling it. There's a couple CS pros who still use 500 hertz, mostly the old retired players from 1.6 and Source. Yeah, that's just like dumb. I don't even know. Wait, it isn't getting sold today. Correct. They're just announcing the drop, like, which is going to be in around a month, I believe. How rough is the surface of the Aqua Control Zero compared to a Venus Pro? It's definitely like significantly rougher. It's not like so abrasive it's going to like burn your skin off though. Old person cope? Yeah, like there's no other way to describe it. Like those old CS players are not like geniuses because they're using 500 hertz. It's pretty crazy. Any difference between PA and Rouge? Not really. Like, yes, minor differences, but more or less it's like the same fabric. That mousepad goes crazy. Yeah, the custom Boardzy Fest Aqua Control 2. I mean, like most of the design is covered right now, but wow, this thing is fucking peak. The giant ass seal of approval in the bottom right. Heard the new Saturn Pro seems a bit different. I don't know, because I don't have it yet. But there are going to be a few changes for sure, so stay tuned, I guess. Only reason you would use 500 hertz is if you're playing Minecraft. Really? Does higher polling rates like not work? Wraith hoverpad skates, if you tried. I mean, they like only have skates for the GPX. I never even threw them on, honestly, I think. Death Air V3 Pro still your go-to? Yeah. Have you seen new glass padsmiths? Yeah, I have. If they send them out, I'd be down to check it out. Okay, guys. I think this is going to be all for this quick little stream. Just a little hour-and-a-half stream. And I will be back live later this evening for probably around an hour for the Finalmouse drop. So appreciate everybody who stopped by. It was honestly a pretty enjoyable stream. The chat was not as, like, spammy as it feels sometimes. So, yeah, peace out, everybody. W stream. Come out to Boardzy Fest. That's really all I gotta say. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.